You've made a big mistake. You're listening to Bloodfest, the podcast. There's no escape. Strap in, children. Things are going to get gooey. Hello, and welcome to Bloodfest, the podcast. I'm your host, Nate. Y'all know me, know what I do for a living. I'm joined tonight here in studio by Joey. Joey, how's it going tonight?
I am doing wonderful.
Care to elucidate?
What?
Say more.
No, I'm doing.
Did you say, do you care to hallucinate?
No,
That's
no,
what I thought you
elucidate. Elucidate.
I think you
What
said
the hell is that?
hallucinate.
I said
And then Joey just
elucidate.
eats a mushroom and he's like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, damn right. Give me some of that psilocybin. It's going to be legal in Colorado, I think. Yeah. So, also, I'm joined by Josh. Josh, how are things in the faraway city of Kansas?
I don't know. I've been inside all day. I went outside to go to the store and it was 27 degrees outside. But it's
What?
108 degrees in my soul.
What the hell's on his
it's
forehead?
because of all of the brimstone in there is what it is.
Exactly.
All right, and last but not least, the host with the most, Casey. How's it
I
going?
don't think so. I'm better now that you're all here. I'm excited.
What you didn't like just like hanging out and waiting for an hour? It's not your thing.
No,
Because
not really.
personally, it does something for me. It gets me a little emotionally erect.
Okay,
All right,
if you say so.
bastards. All right. So, if you've been following the show, and if you follow us on the social media, you know that we plan to talk about a couple of movies tonight. The first one is a little sleaze fest called Thankskilling. And honestly, this was your idea, right? Thankskilling? You were the one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's a fun movie. I watch it every year in November. Obviously, I enjoyed it more than you.
Yeah. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You made me watch this movie. So, before we get into talking about it, we know Joey loves it. I want to see which among you is as insane. So, Josh, how do you feel about this movie?
I think it's great. And I am not being sarcastic. I watch this movie every year, just like Joey does. Sometimes we get on live and just watch it together.
That's insane.
What the hell?
Casey, tell me
So-
that you've got my back.
So I actually screwed up and I watched Jim Henson's Turkey Hollow. Somehow I got turned around and I don't know. No, not really. I semi-watched it as I normally do because it's really hard to pay attention to because it's pretty shitty.
Yeah, it's pretty much impossible.
I do like the scene where he rips off the dad's face and is wearing it, and the kids are just like talking to him and just think it's her dad.
Yeah,
I thought that was hilarious. I gotta give him props
clearly
for
a
that.
turkey wearing human skin held on with a string and talking nothing like her father. And they all just act like, yeah, that's her dad, the sheriff. We all know.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
2 feet off the ground.
I think it's such a silly movie.
It's beyond.
It's supposed to be. I mean,
It's-
they knew they were making a shitty movie.
I mean, when they show up at the house and the turkey answers the door with the dad's face on it.
Yeah.
So it's painful.
They don't even realize
It's goddamn painful.
It's,
Oh, okay, but this movie opens in like 1681 or something, right?
Yeah.
And it's a pilgrim girl running through the forest, but her shirt is torn open and her large boobs are bouncing. And then she's attacked and killed by a turkey. Why is she topless? For what reason? Anybody?
I don't know. I was thankful for it.
Yeah, to attract more viewers, I guess.
I guess
That's
so,
really the
yeah.
only reason.
Yeah, give them some boobs at the start and they'll set through. So this movie is 60 minutes. 25 minutes of it is padding and just stretching it out for no reason. It actually fast forwards itself at one point. and yet it's still the longest movie I've ever seen. It really is. So in our group chat on this, you guys, specifically Josh and Joey, you fuckers, were excited to watch this movie because you said it was a movie that I would not be able to find some deep philosophical meaning in, or be able to come up with some interesting literary analysis or anything. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. I took that personally. I genuinely did. It's like you fuckers threw down a gauntlet, so then I had to do it. And for 40 minutes of this movie, I was just thinking, well, fuck. They're going to win. I cannot do it. There is nothing in this. And then we got to Joey's favorite scene, the mask face. And I was like, well, fuck, I got it. I know what this is. So, do you guys have any problem with me doing a quick dive on what I think this movie's actually about?
Nope, not at all. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts.
Okay, so
should be interesting.
G.W.F. Hegel famously said that all historical events and personages appear twice. And in his book, The 18th Brumaire of Louis Bonaparte, Karl Marx added that they appear the first time as tragedy and the second time as farce. And that really, honestly, kind of ties in with how I saw this movie, because the first time I watched it, it was tragic to do so, but I had to watch it a second time once I realized what I was thinking about it, and doing it again is, quite frankly, farcical. But that brings us to Marx. So, in Das Kapital, Marx discusses what he calls character masks. So, these are masks, not physical masks, but psychological masks or personas that we wear in order to fit our space in society, in order to do the things that we have to do. Now, Marx is talking specifically about the functions of capitalism. So the shopkeeper must behave as a shopkeeper, or else people won't treat him live. Oh, hold on. Our live has been was suspended for violating bullying and harassment policy. We're not live on TikTok anymore. Yep, bullying and harassment. So apparently, I can't call you guys bastards or something. So, okay, we're not live on TikTok anymore. All right. Anyway, the shopkeeper has to act as the shopkeeper, or else the customers won't treat him as such. We all have to play our roles to take part in society, and this doesn't apply simply to the spaces of capitalism. It involves all societal functions and spaces. So when you watch this movie, every single character is a cliched and worn out trope. So you've got the jock, the party guy, the slut, the good girl, the nerd, right? So these are all tropes that you've seen over and over and over again in movies and in books and on television. And they exist in shallow movies like this, partially because it's easy, but also because they kind of do exist in the real world. I would say that you could look at these college kids in Thankskilling, and you could see a strong correlation between them and the high school kids in the movie The Breakfast Club. And I think it's notable that there are a lot of teenagers over the years who have honestly seen themselves reflected and represented in John Hughes' treacly output, right? Which suggests to me that we at least on some level believe ourselves to be some form of those tropes. We act out those roles, right? And you guys with me so far?
Yeah.
Josh?
Yep, all over it.
Right on.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. So I think it's probably too obvious to say that no person is simply and completely the jock or the slut or the nerd or what have you. No one is really those categories. We're a form of it, a version of it.
Joey's a slut.
Yeah,
Joey is.
much.
Yeah, Joey is a slut. So maybe, yeah, that is true. I'm obviously the jock, so there is that. But I was gonna say that we don't. People, even kids, they don't go in those groups that easily. You know, we're more complicated. As Michael Blumlein said, humans aren't all so simple as the brains of rats. Which honestly might be. That's okay. I'm gonna get off on that. we exist more in liminal spaces. We don't go in one line on the spreadsheet. We're spread across many lines, right? But we play the roles. Or if we're not playing those roles, we're playing a reaction to those roles. So if you think back when you were in high school, think of the stoner or the punk, the people demanding that they're unique. They're not one of the tropes. But the stoner is really just another mask, and he has to wear it to fit in his place in society, right? So there's really no difference between the jock, the stoner, what have you. Well, in this movie, I think it's interesting that the turkey isn't even a turkey. The turkey's a mask being worn by a spirit who was summoned by indigenous people to extract vengeance on the colonizers. So the Europeans came to this continent and committed genocide. And the conceit of this movie is that an indigenous holy man raises a spirit up that will come back every 505 years for some reason. That never makes much sense to me, in order to exact vengeance. So I think that the point on that is driven even more firmly and dumbly home when the mask of the turkey dons. The mask that is the turkey dons a mask that is human flesh from the sheriff's face that we've all talked about here. And watching the movie, it seems hilarious to all of us that this is a fucking turkey walking around wearing a man's face like Leatherface, and everybody just seems like they don't notice, right? They all think this turkey is the girl's dad. They all talk to it like it's the dad. None of them have even an inkling that that's a fucking turkey. All right. But what I would like to posit is that they don't see it because it's no different from the masks that they're all wearing already. So the turkey has been sounds stupid. The spirit has been wearing its turkey mask in order to be the avenging spirit, right? And now, as part of that masking, it simply wears a second level of mask, which is something that Marx talks about. He talks about in Das Kapital how the shopkeeper may need to wear the shopkeeper mask at work, but he wears a different mask when he goes out among his friends and his peers. And perhaps you have masks upon masks, and people have layers in them. So I think that the ending of this film hints that it doesn't have to be exactly like that. So Nietzsche, in The Gay Science, notes that in America, one can play any role. In fact, one can even forget that they're playing a role, and they can think this is their real life. They can choose their own mask. As an American, I have to tell you, I choose masks all the time. So we understand this best when we see at the end of the film that the turkey is not truly dead, but instead it's back. It's wearing a new mask. Instead of the crude hand puppet that we've seen throughout, he's now embodied a real, if dead, gutted, and cooked turkey, yet still able to fulfill his role as an avenger. And I think that drives home that we don't have to wear the masks society demands of us. We can choose our own masks. And I think that's what Thankskilling is trying to say to the audience. It's trying to teach the proletariat that we can rip off the masks that capitalism and that society has given us, and we can come together on the holiday of Thanksgiving in order to choose who we will be and to choose what our society will be. What do you think?
I think you're fucking crazy. I don't think the filmmakers of this movie were that deep. But
you don't think they were reading Das Kapital?
No, probably not.
I have a question and a statement.
Louis Bonaparte. What?
The question is, do your arms hurt from stretching so fucking far? And my statement is, you ruined this goddamn movie for me forever.
Good.
I'm still going to watch it every year, but I'm going to think every single time about how fucked you are.
You guys challenged me. You
definitely rose to the challenge. Jesus.
I hate this movie so much. I hate it so much.
Do you know that there's actually a sequel, Thankskilling 3? They skipped part 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Which
An hour and 39 minutes.
I
So even
What?
longer.
I watched it one time, and it was absolutely just horrendous. Don't.
And the first one's not?
Yeah.
I enjoy the first one, but the third one it sucked. It was so bad.
Okay, so tell us why. What was wrong? What was it missing? Did it have boobs?
No.
It was missing the Dead Bro song
I
or
don't know.
whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I ended up turning it off. It was just so bad. It was basically like the plot, from what I remember, was that the turkey was in search of the missing sequel, part 2.
Oh, God.
Mhm.
And that's kind of what it revolved around. I think I got like 20 minutes into it, and I was just like,
Done fapping.
This is so bad. I had to turn it off. It was so horrible.
Who was it on SNL way back when that started to do he was going to review gay porn.
Oh God.
Do you remember that? It was a thing on Weekend Update. And he goes, so the
Kevin
movie
Nealon?
started, and I wasn't. What? It might have been. I think it was Kevin
Was
Nealon.
it Kevin
Yeah, the
Nealon?
movie started, and honestly, I didn't get it. I wasn't interested. And then I got interested. And I got really interested. And then I was really interested. And then suddenly lost interest. And about 10 minutes later, I started to get interested again. All right.
I don't remember that.
So the movie overall is probably not the greatest.
It's not the greatest.
But,
For sure. Yeah, I would completely agree with that.
Yeah.
like, there were some great scenes. Like, it was towards the very beginning when the sheriff and his wife are in the kitchen, and
Oh, God.
he's sitting there drinking coffee, and he's like, "God damn, Cheryl, this coffee tastes like shit." And she pulls up the coffee pot, and she's like, "I took a shit in it."
Oh, God.
Like,
Oh.
that was
Oh.
that scene was like a what the fuck, and then
Well, his reaction to that, though, is like, oh. And then he
Okay. Yeah.
wipes his mouth, and this is good.
and then
Yeah, she's like, I want a divorce, and he's
Yeah.
like, okay.
Okay.
and then
Why does he have a fake mustache?
it's horrible.
There's no point.
What the hell?
It's so horrible. And then this is a little later on in the movie. I don't know the character's name, but the boyfriend and girlfriend are having sex, and Turkey
God.
pops up after he kills the boyfriend. Starts.
So yeah,
fucking
well,
her.
you've got to tell though. So for the people listening, so she's on her hands and knees, and the boyfriend's behind her. So somehow she doesn't notice when the boyfriend's dead and replaced by the turkey initially,
But
raping her.
the best part is still same scene, and the turkey gets off, and he's like, "You just got stuffed." God.
Oh, that's so bad. Oh.
And, obviously we talked about the turkey wearing his dad's face. And
The misogyny in this movie is off the rails, by the way.
those to me, those were scenes that were just like, what the fuck made me laugh.
Oh.
I mean, there was a lot to laugh at. The whole scene with the dead friend, and
Oh,
he
God.
was singing that stupid song and reminiscing, and
Okay. So
it was pretty hilarious.
Yeah.
So the nerd and the big party guy are best friends, right? And they go way back, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. But at the start of the movie, none of party guy's friends know nerd. He's never introduced his best friend to anybody else that he hangs
Yeah,
out with.
that made zero sense. Yeah. And then I don't remember which girl it was, but one of the girls that was near the end, I think that was a chick that lit him on fire.
Oh.
But her just the delivery of her lines was, she was like, "Oh, we better run," just stuff like that. It was hilarious.
Oh, there was no acting in this. There was
Right.
no acting in this.
They were just saying their lines with like no inflection at
Okay.
all. No.
Okay, Josh, what do you love about this fucking mess of a movie?
Let's see. Well,
Boobs.
boobs. Definitely boobs.
Obviously.
Yeah,
Turkey
just
sex.
you just got stuffed.
that was just.
Oh.
There's just some great lines in that. Like
Okay.
Yeah,
The
Tons
turkey,
of one-liners.
The turkey getting picked up as a hitchhiker. And the guy,
With
Yeah.
a little rifle.
the guy, gas, grass, or ass. And so my wife saw a few minutes of this movie, and because every once in a while she'd take off her headphones because she was listening to music, and she'd take off her headphones and see a little bit, and be like, "Nope, still no." Put back on. But at that point, she's like, "What the fuck is that? Do people say that?" And so I had to explain to her about Easy Riders magazine from the '70s and bikers. And what was that?
Josh.
Me.
Okay,
Two.
but he gets in,
Took a big shit.
and the dude wants to
In a
fuck
coffee pot.
a turkey.
Yeah. That's that whole movie is just completely idiotic.
Well, okay, but that scene, that's the only scene that actually made me laugh, because you expect the turkey to, like, bite his neck out or something, but he just pulls out a fucking gun. And it's a rifle.
Yeah.
Where was he hiding a fucking rifle?
And then he calls the turkey sir. He's like, "Oh, don't shoot me,
Yeah.
sir."
Oh, God,
It's-
guys.
it is funny. You got to give it that, I guess. It's good for a laugh.
Oh, so, honestly, I found it painful. It just kept going on and on and on. And it kept ending, too. Like, oh, good, it's dead. No, it's not.
Well, like any good supernatural horror. I mean, you know, you don't complain when Michael comes back.
Well, no,
Or
but
Freddy.
but they're scary. And like,
You've never been stuffed by a turkey.
Oh,
If you
God.
got stuffed by a turkey,
Oh.
you'd be scared.
Okay, so you don't know that that's true.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Well, this just took a twisted turn.
Look, Jive Turkey.
Are you trying to get us banned from YouTube as well?
I don't know how that. What
You
did I
got it-
say that
so
was
you got it.
bullying?
Yeah, that makes no sense. I don't
You
know.
got banned from Facebook, got us suspended on TikTok. Are you going for YouTube now?
I catch a Facebook ban like once a week now.
He's on a roll.
It's like nothing I can say. They did
TikTok is very strict. I don't know what to deal with them
well.
with their rules. It doesn't make any sense.
I think it's because most of their users are like very young. You know, there are a lot of little kids on there, like teenagers and stuff. So they
Yeah,
feel like a need to protect, which makes
Right?
sense.
Yeah. I guess when we got to talking about turkey sex and stuff, that probably wouldn't fly.
Yeah, that's
They're
probably
little kids.
bad. Yeah. I wouldn't want to make little kids hear that.
Right.
Now you got to be at least like 15 before I force you to hear about turkey sex. So
Okay, so the part I want to hear. Nate, what would you rate this movie?
So we're doing on a scale of 1 to 5, right?
1 to 5.
Let's do 5.
Okay, so on a numerical scale of whole numbers, real numbers, counting numbers from 1 to 5, whatever would be the analog of absolute 0 would be what I would rate this movie.
Mm.
It's below the scale an infinite amount.
I would say it's a 1. I mean, it's a bad movie, but I laughed quite a bit, so it's got some merit.
What's our time? I can't see our time.
It's 7:35.
No, the
23
record
minutes.
time. The record time, you bastard.
23 minutes.
Oh, okay. So, Josh, where do you rate this abortion of a movie?
Well, it's like a serious movie, probably like a 1 or a 2. But as far as like it entertains my stupid sick ass, like a 3.5 to a 4. It's enough for me to be
Wow.
able to watch it every year. It is fucking hilarious,
God.
and it's stupid. And I haven't seen it since I stopped drinking, so maybe I won't like it quite as much. I used to get drunk as fuck and just giggle to this goddamn
I could-
movie.
Actually, if I were still drinking, I could see that. Also, if like I had a lot of really good weed, I could see that.
Well, here in a while in Missouri, you might be able to get a bunch.
That's true. Just drive right over the line. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm kind of in agreement with Josh. It's stupid, silly movie, but it's very entertaining in the sense that I laugh my ass off.
Yeah.
I would give it a 3.5.
I found it very difficult to masturbate to. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's where you went wrong. You didn't masturbate. You would have enjoyed it more.
Anybody have, before we get on to what turns out to be an actual movie, anybody have anything they'd like to add about Thankskilling?
I highly recommend it. It's an enjoyable movie to watch every November.
Exactly. Gets you in the mood for the season.
For the seasoning.
For the seasoning. Just grab a can of cranberries and stick it up your ass and turn on the movie and go to town.
God.
No, I've got nothing to add. We should definitely move on.
Have you seen the video, speaking of the cranberry thing, have you seen the videos online where women just, naked women just, like, sit on cake?
No, I didn't know that's a thing.
That sounds
Apparently
like it's ruining cake.
No, apparently it's a kink for some people, but all I can think is infections. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I first thought of.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, cakes. Oh, yeah, cakes are yeasty, aren't they?
Yeah, that's already yeast.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yum. Okay, then. Moving on. So after these monsters made me watch Thankskilling,
You're welcome.
they then offered up a second creature feature, Zombeavers. And I'm just going to say right off the bat that I was a little disappointed because when I saw that name, Zombeavers, I thought it's going to be like zombie strippers or zombie hookers, one of those types of deals. But no, it turns out it's actually large semi-aquatic rodents with big sharp teeth and flat tails. So not at all what I was expecting. Not at all. But I actually found this one to be pretty entertaining, guys. What do you guys think? Do you guys like this one?
Yeah, it was good. It's definitely a lot better than Thankskilling, I think.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, it was a really just great movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. There was a lot of gore, a lot of brutal killings. Like it's everything you would want in a horror,
including Bill Burr. Bill Burr's in it.
Yes.
Oh yeah, one of
the opening with Bill Burr is fucking hilarious.
Like, the opening scene was just
well, that dialogue where he's talking about he dated a man one time, best week of his life except for the sex. That was brutal. not the penis. It was the whiskers. Just can't get past that.
Yeah, Bill Burr being in that movie alone. If you never listen to Bill Burr's comedy, he is just so fun to listen to.
He's become a big star. He wouldn't be in something like this these days. He's in Star Wars and stuff.
Oh, really? I didn't.
He was
I don't watch Star Wars.
He was on The Mandalorian. Yeah. So that was different. Josh, what were your thoughts on? Were you a fan of the Zombeaver?
Well, there was no turkeys, so I was a little disappointed. But there was a lot of stuffing.
There was a lot of stuffing. Oh my God. So, for the folks at home, if you haven't seen Zombeavers, and I didn't give you a spoiler warning on Thankskilling because fuck that movie.
Whoops.
But,
awful.
But we will be spoiling this movie. So the plot, such as it is, Bill Burr and his buddy are driving a truck hauling toxic waste, and he's looking at his phone and hits a deer, causing a barrel of toxic waste to fly off and go down into a pond and break open against a beaver dam. So then the beavers are infected with the toxic waste, and they become ravenous zombie creatures that go out hunting everyone. There are 3 lovely young women who are coming to spend the weekend at a cabin there, and then their boyfriends show up shortly later unexpectedly. And the boyfriends are very interesting to me. I do not think I know these actors, but if you put the 3 of them side by side, like in a row, it looks like each one of them is a certain percentage of what's his name? Brewer.
Jim Brewer.
Jim Brewer. So like one of them's face is 72% Jim Brewer. The other one is 48% Jim Brewer, and the third one is 15% Jim Brewer. So someone is splitting him into his constituent parts. The zombie beavers attack them, come after them in their cabin. There's lots of killing and such. We get a nice topless scene. The one girl decides to go swimming topless, which actually leads to one of my favorite gags. So they're all out there in their bikinis. She has no bikini top. They see a bear, and she instantly, when she sees the bear looking at them, covers her boobs. Like she's afraid the bear will see her breasts.
I laughed.
That
Was just like,
that cracked me up.
yeah, that's hilarious.
And then we find out, which this might honestly be a little plot hole here. This doesn't seem like the type of movie that would have major holes in its plot and logic problems, but they might have a small one here because we have learned that this zombism comes from toxic waste, kind of like Return of the Living Dead, with the trioxin gas that turns people into zombies. But then people are turned into zombies by being bitten by the beavers, as if it were a virus more akin to a Night of the Living Dead or Dawn of the Dead or Dead Walking type zombie thing. And also, people who are bitten don't just turn into zombies, they turn into beaver zombies. They grow beaver teeth and beaver tails. Joey, for the people watching us on YouTube, do you have a clip of what becomes of these poor fuckers? Okay, yeah. So for those watching this scene, you think you're about to see a little lesbian love scene, and it turns into this. This woman's teeth fall out and replaced by beaver teeth. She grows claws, big beaver tail. It's honestly, it's a little weird. I think I might have a new kink now, guys.
Yeah, that was one of the best scenes in the movie. I thought it was pretty hilarious.
So once it gets to that point, though, it becomes like genuinely brutal, right?
Yeah, it does.
Full-on zombie gore once we get there.
Like even when that one dude, I can't remember the character's name, like the one that got his foot cut off.
Yeah.
And then Smith, who was the hunter guy that showed up when they were confronted with the bear. The scene where he just that's not it.
That's not the right scene.
Where he just gets attacked. Like, God, it's just
rips the face off?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, yeah, that is so ooey and gooey. And then he comes back as a beaver with his face missing. Oh.
But Josh has a favorite scene in this.
What's your favorite scene, Josh?
What that involves Smith and the neighbor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. I know what you're going to do.
Yeah,
Roll that clip.
Are you rolling it? I can't see what you're doing.
Yeah, it's rolling. Say it, Josh.
Shit, I forgot. I've slept since then.
So
was it
Smith? He goes in. So he goes upstairs. At this point, they escape the cabin or house.
There's the neighbor's house.
And he goes upstairs, and the wife is in the bedroom dead. She got attacked. And Smith opens up the doors, sees her on the bed dead, and just says, "Okay," and then shuts the door and walks off.
Yeah. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's a good gag.
No, also, after the credits, they have like a little bit of outtakes.
Yeah,
and
bloopers.
There's one where he walks in, he goes, "Fuck this shit," or something, just leaves.
Oh, God, yeah.
Which I like even more, but just the idea of it was great.
Yeah. So I honestly, the acting in this is not bad. I mean, it's full on like Sci-Fi Channel level acting. I'll give it credit for that. It's well written as a parody of a zombie film, but it really does get the full gore level that you would want from a real zombie film.
And this is a spoiler, but you only get a very short time with Bill Burr at the beginning and the end. And this is a spoiler alert, but at the end,
we replay the same scene.
The only surviving chick escapes, and now she's on a main road fleeing. And then this is what happens. She flags down the van with Bill Burr and the other dude.
But Bill Burr's looking at his phone.
Yeah, the dude's like, you see the girl on the road or something? And he's like, I see her.
I trust you.
He's right.
I trust you.
I trust you.
Slams right into her. Roll credits.
Like, I laughed so fucking hard at that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
This poor girl just survived this, this horrific attack by these zombie beavers.
I love that the beavers are blocking the roads. They're chewing down trees in order to
cutting telephone lines.
Yeah, cutting the phone lines, and I love that the beavers seem to be, as zombies, much more intelligent than they were when they were regular beavers, and they're having reactions to stuff. So No Face Guy and one of the beavers are cutting down a tree, chewing down a tree to stop the car, but they don't do it fast enough, so it lands behind the vehicle. And then they look at each other and they give each other one of those looks. It's
it's just I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was such a great.
Yeah, I think the reason the acting is good in this is because if you look at the credits for these people, a lot of these actors have been in quite a few things. Like,
Yeah,
I recognized the boyfriend, but I wasn't quite sure from where. That Jake Wary. Well,
Okay.
There's multiple boyfriends, but one of those guys, he is from It Follows. So he
Oh.
was the dude in It Follows who first gets infected and then passes
Okay.
on the,
okay.
or not infected, but the whatever you call it.
He's the one that has sex with the main character.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I've seen him in other things. Like I've seen Altitude. He was in It Chapter 2, evidently. And then I recognized the girl who showed her. I think that's the one who showed her boobs. The Courtney Palm, is that her?
That sounds right.
Yeah. So she's been in quite a few things. In fact, she is in a movie that's in pre-production called Beaver Shark. So that's kind of funny. So she was in some things that I've seen. Can't think of what it was off the top of my head. I've seen her in Disappearance, Dead Ant. I've seen that.
Dead Ant.
But yeah, a lot of these actors were in quite a few films, so that's why the acting was pretty good.
They have careers.
Yeah, they're actual actors.
Yeah.
I think the Thankskilling, that was probably like all those people's first movie or something.
I'm gonna assume that whoever was making Thankskilling went down to the local place where they help heroin addicts and just rounded some people up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So how do you guys rate Zombeavers?
Oh, I would definitely put that at about an 8
out of 5.
An 8 out of 5?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I would put that at a 4.
Okay.
It was such a great movie. It just went above 5.
So yeah, it's up there with like the likes of Shawshank Redemption and stuff. You think?
Yeah, easily. Yeah, easily. Honestly, Shawshank's got some work to do to catch up with Zombeavers.
Yeah, I would say it's probably a 2. I mean, it's not a great movie, but it's good. It's good. Two's good. I think on my scale, 1 is complete crap, and then 2 is good. So
Josh?
yeah, I'll give it.
Yeah, I'd probably go with a 4. Just kind of the same reason as Thankskilling, just because it was stupid and made me laugh a lot. So I was just, it'd be a little bit higher. But like as an actual like movie, it's 2 or 3.
I just
But
love
it's
the fact that
so entertaining.
you could tell, obviously, the beavers were just hand puppets.
Yeah, and it didn't take anything away from me.
Okay,
Yeah.
but here's the thing, though. Those were quality puppets.
They were
looked
good quality.
good.
puppets.
Whereas the hand puppet in Thankskilling looked like a 5th grader who had a head injury made it.
I mean, look.
Yeah.
That's not it. What?
That's not it. That's that damn. Yeah.
Look how incredible that.
Yeah, those are good. Those are good beaver puppets. Yeah, it's good puppetry.
See, I love Thankskilling so much. I just keep pulling up the Thankskilling scenes.
So,
As you should.
So you guys watched the outtakes? Did you see the one with the dog? Where they had
Yeah.
the,
I don't
the
remember
dog
that
in the
one.
water. Yeah, and they're like, he's supposed to be afraid of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Also, that guy threw the dog to his death.
All
To give
right.
him-
Yeah.
So honestly,
Yeah.
Well,
What an
during
asshole.
that situation, do you put the dog before you and you die? And
probably,
I mean-
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, I mean,
That's
that's the
honestly,
correct answer.
Yes.
I mean,
Well, I definitely put it before that guy, because in the movie you already
100%.
hate him.
Yeah,
So-
100%. I'd feed him to the zombies.
I mean, pretty much everybody ended up dying anyways. I mean, that
Yeah.
chick
The
survived.
dog
and
was the
then-
one that could have gotten away if they'd gotten to land first.
But,
That's that whole scene kind of reminded me a little bit of the was it the first story in Creepshow 2 where they went to the lake.
Oh, the raft. Yeah.
Yeah, the raft.
Yeah, the raft.
Because it was
Yes.
like the same, like a dock out there in that dirty lake, and then when they were hurry up trying to swim back to shore, that whole scene reminded me of that a little bit. And then also, like you mentioned, the Return of the Living Dead, when Bill Burr runs into that deer at the beginning, and then that barrel falls out into the water. It's like Return of the Living Dead Part 2.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. So my rating, I'd give it a strong 2.5. Honestly, it was a lot of fun, and I think there's a possibility that I would watch it again at some point.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's not.
I'd definitely watch it again.
I would watch a sequel if they count with a sequel.
I might watch a sequel. Yeah.
I'm kind of interested in watching that. What was it again? The shark.
Beaver shark.
Beaver shark. Yeah.
What the hell even is that?
What
does that mean?
A great idea.
There's not even a plot listed, so who knows?
It's got beavers. It's got sharks. It's got sharks with beavers. Oh, what's that? Oh, okay. So, guys. Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. So, anyone else have anything they would like to add about the Zombie-Beaver movie before we move on?
I highly recommend it. It's a fun movie. I really enjoyed it. I recommend it.
If you want to celebrate International Beaver Day on April 7th, you could watch Zombeaver.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go.
Nicely done. Yeah. Nice. Casey?
I'm looking out for everyone.
No, I don't have anything more to add. Just, I recommend it as well. And I'll definitely rewatch it.
All right. So let's get into what awesome stuff we're looking forward to, what we've seen this week, or what we're angry about. Josh, what have you seen or done this week that's cool?
I actually have a visual this time.
Oh, my God.
My call ends in 10 minutes. All right. Let's wrap this up.
Oh, interesting.
Anyway, I got Earth Girls Are Easy from Amazon. They were super on sale, so I had to get it. And then we all saw it last night and just laughed our asses off. It was so great. It's a lot better than I remember it. And I remember it being awesome.
I haven't seen it in so long. That is such a good movie.
So, real quick, since we only have 10 minutes, I'm not going to be very long because Casey's bought almost the entire store of vintage stock.
No, I did not.
But this past week, if you've ever seen WNUF Halloween Special, fun movie, but just got the sequel out there, Halloween Mega Tape Bundle, $100, comes with the retro VHS, which looks like it's bootleg, DVD, and then just a catalog, but it's a fake catalog of just like fake, bootlegged, hard to find movies. But yeah, I watched this. I enjoyed it.
Did you get out your VCR so you could watch the VHS?
I got the VCR out, but I haven't watched it on VHS. I just watched the DVD.
Okay. Yeah. Casey, what about you?
So I've been catching up on the Walking Dead show. So I stopped watching it. I've been watching it since it first started 12 years ago, which is crazy. But I kind of dropped out about halfway through season 10. So I've just been seeing a lot of posts on TikTok about the upcoming final episode, which drops on the 20th. So I figured I'd go ahead and catch back up. And I'm glad I did, because I'm back into it again. I'm actually really, really liking the Negan character now, because they definitely, he's definitely changed. I don't want to spoil anything if anybody hasn't even caught up to season 10, but anyway, I've really been enjoying it. I'm completely caught up, and now I'm just waiting for the final episode to drop on the 20th. And then let me unblur my background here. I've been buying a few things recently, so I went ahead and bought some Criterions. So I got Dazed and Confused,
Nice.
Great movie.
the Virgin Suicides 4K. And then taking a chance on this, I think it's a Japanese film, House. It looks completely nuts. And then today I went to several places. So I picked up The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent steelbook from Best Buy. This was only, or actually no, this was $20. So that was the most expensive thing I bought recently. And then this one, Ghost Team 1, was from Dollar Tree. So was Prevenge. This is a really fun movie. The Possession of Hannah Grace. That was $8, brand new at vintage stock. Then I got VHS 94 for $8, new at vintage stock.
Nice.
Love the Coopers, awesome horror film. Definitely recommend it. This is a really awesome Christmas movie. It's very, very sad. We watch it every year. Zodiac, two disc director's cut. This was only $10. It looks like it's going for like $30 on Amazon, so that's a good deal. Free Guy. I just picked this up because it was $13.
That's not bad. I like
it. It was the last one they had, and then Us was, and it's got this. See the case, how shitty that looks.
Yeah.
It's like all veiny. I hate that. I think it's from moisture or something. But anyway, this dropped down to $6.99 on Amazon. So I was like, hell yeah! So I grabbed it. And there were some other ones I got the other day from Dollar Tree as well, and I can't remember what they were. But yeah, these Criterions were essentially free because I had like $88, and Us was part of that order. I had $88 in Amazon credit I used for that.
Nice.
And then the rest of it was really only like $60. But
Good
now
deal.
I'm probably gonna wait for Black Friday now just to see what Vinegar Syndrome and Severn have on the horizon. I'm sure they're gonna announce some secret titles. So
yeah, they're gonna take all my money.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
We're
Fuckers.
probably running out of our 10 minutes.
Yeah, so let me do the wrap up here, guys. So if you like what we're doing, follow us on Twitter at BloodfestPod. And you can find our website, bloodfestpodcast.com. Be sure to give us a 5-star review, rating, tell your friends, share us out on your social media apps, get a tattoo across your forehead with our name. Until next time, I've been Nate. We've got Joey, Josh, and Casey. Plus, Joey's cat Bear is right over there off screen. That's it, guys. We're out.